Welcome back to Northern Perspective, everyone. It's our privilege to welcome back Kate Alexander, the inspiring founder of End Violence Everywhere and Voices Against Violence. In this episode, we are dedicating time to help raise awareness in the ongoing fight to end violence everywhere and to share details of two incredibly powerful events Kate is leading. We're also joined by Peter Linnaeus, a dedicated board member of End Violence Everywhere and a close ally and friend to Kate in this crucial movement. Kate, Peter, welcome to Northern Perspective. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us back.
Thank you so much.
So Kate, this is going to be a lot about you. So tell us about the upcoming event on October 21st.
We're very, very excited for the inaugural Voices Against Violence rally on October 21st at 12 p.m. in 12 locations across Canada. So 12 p.m. from St. John to Vancouver, rolls out against the time zones for a nice lunchtime Monday break. We are advocating for survivors. Survivors need to come first. We need judicial reform, and we are uniting in a hopeful, uplifting, positive, and peaceful way to declare that we need these actions. We need them now from the government.
And for those of you that are interested, you can find information at voicesrally.org. And Kate, this is not a single location event, is it?
No, we have many locations. We're really trying to cover the entire country. We have from Vancouver to St. John and many places in between. And we have an incredible national committee. Voices Against Violence is a registered nonprofit in the country. And we also have regional committees. So Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, everywhere. And we are so grateful for all of these incredible individuals that are coming together in the name of peace, love, and unity, and reclaiming the country that we really have unfortunately been blindsided by and mistreated by. So this is just a collective day to all come together and be as one. Everyone's invited. At distinguished locations, we have ASL translation. We have an incredible list of speakers across the country, our elders and the members from various communities. We have some political leaders. We do have pretty much unanimous, nonpartisan support from so many political people, and I'm super excited about that, because as much as politics does seem to play a thing and as much as politics seems to play a piece in life everywhere, there are certain issues such as human rights and the right to safety that are nonpartisan and should always be treated as such. So we're just really, really excited.
Well, and as you said, violence should not be a partisan issue. Violence is a human issue. And as long as you're a human being, I think most people can agree that violence should be fought against wherever it is. And, this is, the thing that we were talking about before the show started, that I love about your organization End Violence Everywhere, Kate, is it's not gender specific. It is the main message is it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what you look like. Violence is unacceptable, and we need to be doing our part in all communities in order to make your community and Canada as a country, and even the United States, where you call home now, a more peaceful place to live. So thank you very much for having the courage and energy in order to start that organization. And why don't you tell us about your partner in crime here, Peter?
You know what, Peter? You introduce yourself. My kindred spirit.
Oh, Bella. We met, it was pre-pandemic, so in terms of timeline, we've been friends for a while now. And one of the first things that we really connected on was just this shared kindred understanding of the value of people and knowing enough to know that their voices need to be heard, resonating, the value of listening has such a powerful impact on folks, and respecting and understanding where you come from in your moment, in your journey, and the segue and being able to be a part of something like Eve. And I couldn't be more honored to function in the capacity that I do, not just as a board member, but as a man, and being able to see that violence has no discrimination across the spectrum between culture, race, creed, orientation, religious, and we all get affected by it. And if we don't take a stand together to address and acknowledge all of it, there will be gaps, and we're not being as effective as we can.
Yeah, Peter and I met. We do karaoke together. He's a 2-time testicular cancer survivor. He's a passionate advocate, one of the kindest, most well-spoken and caring individuals I've had the sincere pleasure of meeting. We've had a 5-year friendship now, and I am just so honored to call him a friend, but also now work with him in the capacities in which we do in order to talk about these issues, and find a common ground. We need to unite people. We need to unite the genders. We need to not divide anymore. This is violence against women is a women's issue, but it's a man's problem. And it's 90%, I think, is the stat of, violence incidents that they occur from men to women. And I really want the messaging to be clear that we need men to be protective, we need men to be a part of the solution, and we all need to work together. And I am so inspired and so grateful for the men out there who are a part of this movement, but live it every single day, and live kindness, and live being a leader in a true masculine way. And that that will change the world. And so I'm very, very grateful to be surrounded with men like Peter. So.
Well, and let's just be completely clear to anyone that may cock their eye at that. This isn't about demonizing men. This is about extending a hand to men, asking for their help, and bringing everybody together. That's the message that everybody should be taking away from this. Nothing more, nothing less. We are all a part of the solution. So I think that's the best way to frame it. And you also have another event coming up on October 24th.
Yeah. So that is the I'm Moving a Fair Gala in support of our good friends at Shelter Movers. Shelter Movers is a nationwide charity in Canada, registered charity, and they provide moving services for those fleeing violence. Again, they predominantly help women and children because women and children are most often the victims and survivors of violence, but Shelter Movers will help men in egregious situations as well. And Shelter Movers is boots on the ground, volunteer powered. They go into homes and will remove the belongings of the individual and store them at no cost. So they'll provide moving services and store all the belongings of the survivor at no cost to the survivor, so that the survivor and their children and their pets and anyone else that needs assistance can then move on and rebuild a life. It costs, I saw a UK stat, I think it's £50,000 generally is the funding needed in order to restart a life, and that should never be a barrier to exiting. And so Shelter Movers does that absolutely imperative work of breaking that cycle by providing the means in order to be able to help a survivor escape their situation and start over. And so I had one of my crazy ideas. Here in LA, I put a proposal together and contacted through a friend of mine, Jennifer Bassett, from Bassett Events, one of Canada's leading and top luxury event planners. And Jennifer said, yep, we absolutely need to do this idea. We don't have galas for this concept in Canada, and we don't have galas for this cause in Canada, and we absolutely need to. So, Jennifer and I partnered with Shelter Movers, and we're so excited to host a moving affair on October 24th at the Four Seasons. It starts at 6 p.m. and there are some tickets and some tables still available, but everyone is welcome. And I am so excited to be keynote speaker, and Peter's lovely partner Nicholas melts your heart. He's a Broadway tenor at 6'7" and he's going to be singing at the gala as well. And we're here to provide an amazing evening for an amazing cause, and 100% of the proceeds go back to survivors.
Fantastic. And there will be links in the description for the websites, information on both events. And if you can't attend, if you're unable to and you want to donate, there are options for those on the website as well. As Kate mentioned, both charities that she is involved with are registered charities in Canada. That means you will get a tax receipt as a result of your donation. So just keep that in mind. Peter, so your partner is a tenor, 6'7". So you're bringing a lot to the party, so to speak, in terms of helping out at this event.
Well, it's been an absolute privilege for in my work life outside of this. I'm fortunate enough to work on a cruise line, and with some top-notch entertainment, sometimes paths cross, wonderful experiences occur, and in the process, you might find some gem moments. And one of those gem moments is when in maybe a bit higher heels, 6'6", but 6'7" when in dress shoes. And I say this with utter humility in my heart, one of the best operatic tenors in the world. Absolute powerhouse dynamic, and it's a privilege. This guy has rocked stages around the world, continues to do so. It's such an incredible pride point, and to pull on any of the network moments that we have within EVE interpersonally to help elevate the importance of this cause is really the highlight, and knowing that it allows resonation, it elevates the gala, it elevates the cause. People know enough to know that how important it is to do our part to help end violence everywhere, in the moment, as in future, breaking unnecessary transgenerational cycles, and knowing enough to know how this spreads across the spectrum for all walks of life. It needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a really fun evening for an amazing cause.
It's going to be beautiful. We also have Orchestra Toronto, which I've been staring at my computer for days on end, orchestrating. We're taking some notes from the lovely show Bridgerton, and our friends at Orchestra Toronto, professional musicians, are coming to play the entire evening. So we have some contemporary pieces. We have some Billie Eilish, some Taylor Swift, Journey. We have a couple amazing, amazing songs that everyone knows and loves, and then a few classical pieces as well. So it will be a very, very impactful, very grounding, but also, very connective evening. Music has that ability to bring people together, and Orchestra Toronto will be playing with Nicholas as well. So and we have Simone Denny singing, Juno Award-winning Simone Denny singing off the top of the evening. So I'm just so excited for that evening. It's going to be absolutely remarkably beautiful. So I would love for everyone to come.
Amazing. So voicesrally.org. The rally is across Canada on October 21st, and the gala that Kate is talking about, October 24th. Tickets are still available. Check the links in the description for the websites. Kate, Peter, thank you so much for joining us on Northern Perspective, and good luck to you in your event.
So excited.